castle. This here marks the Hearthstone. This is where the gavels were, where they hung people. You can't see it now because it's been raining, but usually there's spit on it. And people spit on this area to keep the demons down. This is where the gavels were. This is known as the Bearcat Cross. Sentenced to flogging, they would bring you to this side, attach you to the posts up top, and you would be beaten here by however many lashings you were to get. It's got a Scottish flag up there, you can't really see, it's kind of dark. The Bearcat Cross. The architecture of Edinburgh. There's Deacon Brodie's. You heard me talk about Deacon Brodie in a previous, hang on, let me get this. In a previous video, Deacon Brodie is the inspiration behind Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That's his workshop. It's now a pub. I just had lunch in there. He was a cabinet maker by day. And then at night, he also was a locksmith. So when people would ask him to make keys, he made extras of strong boxes and he would steal them. He was eventually hung for murder. And right there, you see a little statue right above that. It's called the Deacon's House Cafe. That's where he lived. The interesting thing is, this is the Royal Mile. And right up there is the castle. The reason it's called the Royal Mile is if you go a mile down that way, which they have blocked off now for some Christmas events. You can't get down there real close anyway. That's the palace, the residence where the Queen stays when she comes into town, or dignitaries still today. So it's not all that public. You can do tours, organized, arranged tours, but you can't just walk in like you can the castle. Anyway, Deacon Brodie's, one of my favorite pubs, until the next thing we see, which is going to be the Greyfriars Bobby. This is the famous, the Elephant House, where J.K. Rowling sat and watched and wrote Harry Potter. So this was made famous by her, the Elephant House. This here's the Greyfriars Bobby. It is a dog, and we're going to go visit his grave in a minute. But it's good luck if you touch his nose. And it's a monument here in Edinburgh. Greyfriars Bobby. Here's the grave of the Greyfriar Bobby. He is a Skye Terrier, which is a Scottish breed, and he was said to have guarded when his master died, he guarded his master's tomb for 14 years until he passed away. Wouldn't leave the tomb, or wouldn't leave his gravesite. And people brought him food and water because he stayed at the site. Right down here, this is a graveyard right beside the Bobby. It's right in the center. You can see the castle right there where we were earlier. And love, this is a cool old cemetery. walk through. Also should mention, I'm smoking my Rat Race, which I think is appropriate as it's a Scottish brand. And in it, I'm smoking this is John Cray, the master of the Greyfriar Bobby and the Greyfriar Bobby, which was the Skye Terrier. The little dog sat here. And in it, I'm smoking appropriately Presbyterian mixture. And why is that appropriately? Because the Church of Scotland is Presbyterian, or taken off of the Presbyterian. I guess beliefs. Beside that is James Brown. He was a sexton and a friend of the Greyfriar Bobby. Okay. Next. That's the Doctor's, my favorite pub. That's the pub where I was at last night. And beside it is the University of Edinburgh Medical School. So if you want to be a doctor, you can go there and get your doctorate degree. Down this walkway is my hotel. And I'm going to go back and try to put all these videos together if I can. If I'm successful, you'll be watching them on YouTube. This has been Bearcat Piper. We'll see you all next time. Bye. God bless. Semper Fi.